So Black History Month for me is it's strange because I spent some time in America and obviously it's a different month there. But for me, it's a chance to reflect on my personal journey, my familial journey, my ancestry. I'm effectively a child of the Windrush generation. My grandparents moved over here from Dominica and Antigua and Guyana, respectively, and both of my parents were born British. So it's understanding that there's that connection where I am Black and British, but I'm also a child of the Caribbean diaspora. I think it's important to have a moment where you reflect on contributions of people who aren't celebrated as often. I think to isolate it to 1 month is a little bit frustrating at times, but at least it's a month to highlight the progress and the contribution that people have made, where before it would have fallen by the wayside and people wouldn't have been recognized. So to have a month like Black History Month for people who may not know because of their education system or their backgrounds what Black contributions have been made to society throughout history, I think it's a good starting point for people to get to understand the wider society and what Black people have contributed. My dad is currently the vice chairman for the British Boxing Board of Control, and that's so significant because back in 1925 there was a boxer called Len Johnson who was a British middleweight who won over 90 fights but was never allowed to fight for a British title purely because he didn't have 2 white parents. So even though he was the best boxer of his generation, of his class, he wasn't given the opportunity to fight for a title because of the colour of his skin. So now to fast forward almost 100 years and have a Black man as the vice chairman of the very organisation that implemented that rule, it just shows how far we've come. And for me to have a role model like that who boxed, who was a police officer, who then became a barrister, and now is the vice chairman of such a prestigious organisation, it just shows that if you understand your history, it means so much more to see that he's in that position. And also it's a story that a lot of people wouldn't know and wouldn't be able to see. So it's been able to guide me and know that there aren't any limits to what I can do, whether it's within rugby or off the field, because he has changed something, he has a legacy, and Len Johnson, if he would have had the opportunity to see this now, would be proud. We are extremely blessed to live in the information age, internet, television, Netflix, and just go and watch something, go and read something, go and listen to a podcast, an audiobook, go and dive into something that you wouldn't usually read or some literature, because you'll find some really fascinating facts out and things that you would never imagine, where the African history is so long and rich, and it's often been trivialized and played down in terms of its importance and significance in the world. So people would be surprised to know where the origins of a lot of the technology, a lot of inventions have come from, and more often than not there has been a Black involvement. People just haven't written it down.